Hello and welcome to the Saturday edition of The Box Seat. I'm Mark Warwood. 10 races at Belmont on Saturday, a bumper card. We're expecting a shower or two, 19 degrees Celsius. I've got the track pegged as a soft 7 and the rail, it will be in the true position. Race number 1 at Belmont on Saturday will jump at 11:28. It is the Tab Touch West Speed Platinum Maiden over 1,000 metres and in replay. Let's go back to the 8th of July and the runner-up finish of Petite La Femme.
Towards the middle of the track, got the better of business at 5 and raced about a length and a half in front. Now Whiting starts to stoke up June Messiah. Here come the back markers now. Don't argue, Buster, Sound Awake, wide out now. Petite La Femme, Tavares are running on. June Messiah in front with 100 to go. Petite La Femme under the arches trying to run it down, but it's June Messiah in front close to home. June Messiah.
Tough way to start the day at Belmont Park. Ended up with number 6 here, Petite La Femme for Chris Willis and Jade McNaught. Now this horse, as we saw in replay, finished second behind June Messiah, has placed second on each of her 2 starts and was arguably the run of the race first up after copying what was a very heavy bump in the early stages. George Gate, number 6 of 6 here, should be midfield and goes on top. From number 2, Warbler for Stephen Miller and William Pike, having its first run for Stephen Miller, having changed hands from the Williams yard. William Pike, he keeps the ride from the trial, will be on speed from gate number 2, may well be your leader. Number 1 is Goodbye Feds for Lou Luciani and Jason Whiting from gate number 5. It's had the 1 trial ahead of its return. It's placed quite a number of times in maiden grade. In fact, 6 times out of 10 has placed. Should be midfield as well from gate number 1. And then number 3, Don't Argue Buster, comes out of the same race as the top selection. At gate number 8 here with Joe as a party taken over from Paul Harvey. Renee Forrest rode the horse first up, finished last. Much improved last start. Top selection in race number 1 is number 6, Petite La Femme, to beat 2 Warbler, 1 Goodbye Feds and 3 Don't Argue Buster. Race number 2 at Belmont on Saturday will jump at 12:07. It is the free entry to Belmont Park Handicap over 1,000 metres and in replay. Let's have a look at the recent trial of GUESTEEN.
Behind those runners, the big show gets to the outside, starts to run on, and back down to the inside was War Anthem and Approach. Down the straight, Snow Chino shaken up, leads the way. Black Ruby Rose coming through on the inside, Winnie's Wine, and still held well together as they head down the straight was the big show. Now starts to be asked the big question. They head to the line, Winnie's Wine went through along the inside, blew the whistle, takes the lead and started the draw clear. So Winnie's Wine.
And I said recent trial, I meant it. This trial was on Monday at Larkhill over the 950. No concerns whatsoever with GUESTEEN backing up 5 days later. She is made of iron, this filly. She's had 7 starts, 2 wins, 5 minor placings. And I've got this mapped as being a pretty fast run race, and I think it's going to suit horses off the speed. GUESTEEN will be one of those. May well be better suited over further than 1,000 metres, but on a soft track in a fast one, 1,000 metres, I'm going to go with a bit of value here and number 5. From number 3, Boomtastic for Simon Miller and William Pike, because 1-3 starts go and then plays behind Mood Swings, who's also in this race, and We've Got Dreams also in this race. They were over 1,200 and 1,000 metres. I think the 1,000 metres certainly suits Boomtastic a little bit more, goes in for second. Number 6, I'm expecting an improvement from She's Enchanted. Comes out of that We've Got Dreams race, was beaten a length and a half that day. That was over the 1,000 metres, but got too far back. Gate number 2 here, I think can run a much better race and a much better performance last start, it has to be said, from number 2, Mia Dolce. Now this horse was ridden off the speed for the first time in quite some time by Mitchell Pateman, finished a length behind We've Got Dreams, gets a weight pull on that galloper here. Be interesting to see what tactics they employ from gate number 6. Will she go back to leading or will she take a sit? Top selection in race number 2 is number 5, GUESTEEN, to beat 3 Boomtastic, 6 She's Enchanted and 2 Mia Dolce. Race number 3 at Belmont on Saturday will jump at 12:47. It's the Perth Racing Club membership handicap over the staying trip of 2,000 metres in replay. Let's go back 7 days and the run of Sentimental Gift.
Pike, Barra Magic trailing it, followed further back by Sentimental Gift. At the 300 though now, and Cleo's After Party reaches the lead from Uncle Lino. Roman Flirt down the outside, Plead the Fifth, battling away. Fancy Fox with the rails run. Barra Magic head of the others. Uncle Lino fights back. Pike draws the whip. Roman Flirt. Fancy Fox gets up on the inside. Fancy Fox reaches the lead. Dive driving at it, Roman Flirt, Fancy
It would
Fox.
be fair to say it wasn't one of Lakdal Romilly's better rides aboard Sentimental Gift last start. He kept the ride from 2 starts ago when it finished second behind No Apology in an unsuitable race, and then last time out just found trouble everywhere that he went. William Pike takes over, gate number 9 here. The trip suits, the quick backup is okay, proven on a soft track. Goes on top. From number 7, British Bessie, who comes out of the Divine Shadow race. Divine Shadow's also in this contest. Gate number 1, I thought that was a pretty good performance by British Bessie. Should appreciate the soft track, and this is the right kind of trip. Number 2 is the aforementioned Divine Shadow. Won over the 2100 metres last start, beaten picture perfect by half a length. Like soft tracks, 2 wins, 3 minor placings from 6 starts. Has drawn a little bit sticky here. Gate number 10, it's the outside gate. And then number 6, Bow Count. Now, I think this horse will probably lead on Saturday. Didn't lead over the 1400 metres last time out, but did lead over the 2100 2 starts ago. I think 2000 metres is probably a little bit too far for Bow Count on a soft track, but I think he'll be there or thereabouts. A bit of a mention for number 1, Noir Daru. Drops out of the Swan River Vase and previously went round in the Strickland. I'm just a little bit concerned about the weight, 58.5 after the claim, and will have some speed in this race, I would think, with Bow Count. Top selection in race number 3 is number 5, Sentimental Gift, to beat 7 British Bessie, 2 Divine Shadow and 6 Bow Count. Race number 4 at Belmont on Saturday. We'll jump at 1:27. It's the Amelia Park Plate over 1400 metres for the 2-year-olds. And in replay, let's have a look at the gutsy win last start of SNICKERDOODLEDANDY.
The remainder into the home straight. Shock results. The leader at the 350 from SNICKERDOODLEDANDY. Under pressure but still giving down the outside. Here comes She's God to You. It's She's God to You on the outside, joining SNICKERDOODLEDANDY. Blow Me Out making ground further back in the field. She's God to You and SNICKERDOODLEDANDY fighting tooth and nail. She's God to You. SNICKERDOODLEDANDY coming back and dives.
Fascinating 2-year-old contest. This deserves to be fair way down the program. Ended up sticking with number 3 here, SNICKERDOODLEDANDY. Gets a pretty tricky gate, 13 off 13. Expecting Chris Parnham probably to ride this horse quite aggressively from the barriers. I thought it was a really good win last start when fighting back over the last 100 metres to beat She's Good to You. Goes from the 1000 to the 1200, now to the 1400. Seems like that will suit and goes on top. Big danger is number 12, Continuance. Draws an absolute peach gate here in gate number 4. William Pike, 55 kilos. One last start beaten Choice Bid. Sectionally, that was a good rating race, but the concern has to be the 1000 metres up to the 1400, but goes in the minors. 13 is Blow Me Out. This is the half relation of Electric Light. Really good debut behind SNICKERDOODLEDANDY in that replay race a couple of weeks ago. Can certainly feel one of the minors here from a central gate. And then number 1, Bumper Humper. The winkers come off. Paul Harvey keeps the ride. He rode the horse last start behind Clairvoyance. That was just 7 days ago. This horse just keeps going round and round and round. This is the 4th consecutive Saturday that Bumper Humper has raced, but has got winning form, goes in the minors. Top selection in race number 4 is number 3, SNICKERDOODLEDANDY, to beat 12 Continuance, 13 Blow Me Out and 1 Bumper Humper. Race number 5 at Belmont on Saturday is the main event. It's the Belmont Classic over 2200 metres. It's jumping at 2:03, and in replay, let's go back a fortnight to the Belmont Oaks win of CHANTREA.
Put into the race with her run-ins, likewise CHANTREA and CAMBIST, followed further back by Carragini Aurora, and further back Petticoat Junction. Heaven's Gift hits the lead though at the 200. CAMBIST, CHANTREA there in pursuit. CAMBIST and CHANTREA head off. Heaven's Gift down inside the 100. It's CHANTREA on the outside. She's gained the upper hand. She's got the measure of CAMBIST and comes away. She remains undefeated, CHANTREA.
Purely on times, the Belmont Oaks was significantly slower than that of the Aquanita Stakes, but I'm not overly concerned by that as far as CHANTREA is concerned. 5 from 5, that race was certainly not run to suit. Had to get going very early in the piece, did William Pike, aboard the favourite. Be favourite here as well, gate number 1. I just think her form is dead superior to that of her rivals, and I think it will not be another check in the bank for the boss of Perth Racing, Professor John Jovich. Goes on top from number 5, CAMBIST, who chased home CHANTREA in the Belmont Oaks. This horse has got very good form. Second behind CHANTREA, second behind KC. Did really well as well in the Derby last year, finishing 4th behind Tuscan Queen. Really nice filly and will stay the trip, one is certain, over 2200 metres. Goes in for second. The unexposed horse in the race is number 9, Queen Takes King, for Lindsay Smith and Chris Parnham. Did win a Class 3 midweek race about 10 days ago beating Amarisha. I think the format of that's going to be okay, but will have to go up significantly, you'd think, to trouble the stablemate in Chantrea. And then number 8, Evans Gift for Hollylock and Jared Noski, placed in the Belmont Oaks, beaten a length and a bit. Can't see it turning the tables here, but could certainly run into the minors. Top selection in race number 5, one of the better bets on the card. Number 6, Chantrea to beat 5, CAMBIST, 9, Queen Takes King, and 8, Evans Gift.